To DDU or not to DDU, that is the question. Bavarian SimTec are at it again with their Delta Pulse and Delta Pro wheels. But interestingly enough, the most important part of the wheels will be found on your computer. Greetings Romy, you're watching WromWrom, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing. My name is Serta and I will be your host for this video. To display or not to display, one of the big questions when checking out Bavarian SimTec's newest products, the Delta wheels. But let's be honest, the biggest question is, are they worth the money? We'll answer that and a lot more right now. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We do this kind of thing a lot, and if you find this video useful, a like helps the channel massively. The Deltas come with 4 paddles at the back, 2 shift paddles, 2 clutch paddles, and you can also get them in a 6 paddle variant. They measure 295mm in diameter, pretty standard nowadays. You can mount them with one of many compatible quick releases. We have them on an Asetek wheelbase with our QR, or connect via the included USB cable straight to your computer. Remember my review of the PXN GT1 where I couldn't reach all the buttons on the lower half with my thumbs? Bavarian SimTec have a solution for that. There are no buttons on the lower half whatsoever. All 5 buttons per side are on the upper half of the wheel, every single one reachable with your thumbs, including the 4 thumb rotaries. You'll also find 4 rotaries and 2 funky switches. What the rotaries actually do, thanks to the Pit Stop app, that's up to you. We'll get to the software in a moment. Affiliate link in the description if you want to check them out. It helps the channel at no extra cost to you. Now, something only the Delta Pro has, the display. It's a 4.3-inch display with great contrast and great colors, and you can program it extensively through the software, which, conveniently, is exactly what we're talking about next. Most of what I'm about to say applies to both wheels, but anything display related is Pro only, obviously. I've spoken highly of Bavarian SimTec software before, link up there, because even back then it was doing things others weren't. Well, they've taken a big step forward and just today released version 3.0. We were lucky enough to work with a pre-release beta for this review, so if what you see on your screen looks a bit different from ours, that's why. Now, the wheels are SimHub compatible and that's not going away anytime soon. No plans to drop it. But Bavarian SimTec would prefer you use their own software, as there are 2 good reasons for that. Zero lag, and it can do a lot more than SimHub. That said, there is a SimHub profile for the Deltas on their page if you want it. The core features you already know if you've seen our previous Bavarian SimTec coverage. Assign colors to buttons, use patterns, download community settings, set animations, assign functions to any rotary, paginate those assignments, use any sticker for any button or rotary. The flexibility is still all there. Brightness control works across everything on both wheels, including the display. The display runs anywhere from 25 up to 60 FPS, though Bavarian SimTec do warn that image quality drops the higher you go. You can set how long the display stays on idle mode before switching to the race dashboard, and you have options. Always show the race dashboard, switch when the session starts, or wait until you're actually sitting in the car. For now, this works with iRacing, Le Mans Ultimate and Assetto Corsa Competizione, but they're expanding with every version, and I can confirm Automobilista 2 is in the works. On the idle screen you can show your name and car number, an animation, the Bavarian SimTec logo, or my personal favorite, the time of day, because sometimes I lose track of time and showing up late to a date with my girlfriend because of sim racing, the consequences might be catastrophic. At some point you may even be able to upload your own file to the idle dashboard, your team logo, or maybe that of your favorite sim racing channel. Us? The race dashboard is extensively customizable, supports multiple pages and covers pretty much any configuration you can think of. Yes, if you want full painting freedom, you'll go SimHub, but personally, the presets Bavarian SimTec include are more than enough. Spotter inputs the important numbers exactly where you want them. One thing I believe is new in 3.0, a low fuel indicator that blinks the side LEDs red to tell you it's pit time. Small feature, very useful. And because sim racers never stop playing, Bavarian SimTec have added minigames. Yes, really. A Tetris clone and a snake clone where you chase tires that become part of your snake. I've heard of people hitting level 70 on the snake. I am not those people. Bavarian SimTec told us this was an express wish from a lot of sim racers, especially in the Asian community, so they'd have something to do while waiting for multiplayer sessions. Funny idea, and honestly, fair enough. Even after today's release, Bavarian SimTec will keep developing the software, and they are watching your comments. I know for a fact they've added things I personally asked for. So if you have wishes, write them in the comments, they'll see it. Triggering the coffee maker is already on my list, in case you're wondering. And speaking of things the community makes happen, if you want to help us keep making videos like this one, our Patreon link is in the description. Every single contribution helps keep me in a rig and away from my girlfriend's bad side. Not that she has any. Hi, sweetheart. Build quality and finish? Excellent, as expected from Bavarian SimTec. No notes here. The buttons have a satisfying click that confirms every press, and the wheel is sturdy enough to last forever. If you're a VR driver like me, the tactile feedback of every input, buttons, thumb rotaries, middle rotaries is especially appreciated because you can't see what you are pressing, and the inputs are calibrated just right. Easy enough to use intentionally, difficult enough that you won't activate them by accident. Hasn't happened to me once. One personal note, I didn't love the feel of the grips, but I race with gloves, so it's a non-issue for me. If you race without gloves, I'd suggest trying them before buying if you can. Compared to the Alpha, the Deltas felt different in hand. The ergonomic thumb slope is still there, but something in the overall geometry or hand placement felt distinct. Not bad, just different. I personally preferred the Alpha's feel. Potato. These details all add up to something bigger. Once again, an exceedingly well-built product that looks great, pushes the thinking of what a sim racing wheel should be, and comes with software that doesn't just control the wheel, it actively adds value to your sim racing experience. And if Bavarian SimTec pull off some of what they're currently working on, which we are sadly not allowed to talk about yet, that software becomes your one-stop for everything before, during, and after the race. Everything except the coffee, for now. Yes, the price will be steep for most of us, but you're getting hardware and software quality that justifies it. High value for your money, and in times like this, that's not nothing. Affiliate link and all the other useful stuff in the description. Thanks for watching, Rummy!